Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back. Another day, another episode. Plan is to look a little bit on the project here. And then yeah, just some Leetcode. Probably work on the project for a little bit. Have some features I want to implement, but or at least work on. We'll be doing some C++ soon. Yeah, we're doing some C++ work soon, some 3D work, but just got a lot of time coming up here, so gonna be looking at Chono's OpenGL series. Chono OpenGL.
This is the most dangerous planet.
Let's take a look at Chono's OpenGL series. Actually,
Hazel, the game.
let's go look at his playlist, OpenGL. How to deal with stuff, index buffers, dealing with errors, uniform issues. I'm wondering, setting up a test framework. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna set up the code base, the repo. Kind of start teaching myself OpenGL, but probably start by going through Chono series. I don't know how good it is. How is Chono's OpenGL series? Charger, phrase risk. LearnOpenGL.com is better. LearnOpenGL.com. Can we do hello triangle, textures, camera, review? I didn't see in the last other languages. Maybe I have to go through this and like read it, but I like setting up the repo is probably the first thing. I'm not gonna do that here on stream. Just taking a look. Well, yeah, we'll take a look. We're gonna look at some 3D stuff soon, but first of all, we're gonna take a look at the daily problem. Sign in here. Maybe we can open Spotify here really quick. Let's take a look at this easy problem. Ooh. Let's open Scally Draw. Trying to see if any of my teammates made any changes to this. Doesn't look like it. Anyway, okay, let's take a look. So we're given a zero index array. Of words, where words I consist of lowercase English as one operation. Select any index such that 0 less than I is less than words I length and words I minus 1 and words I are anagrams, and delete words I from words. Keep performing this operation as long as you select an index that satisfies the conditions. Return words, but after performing all operations, it can be shown that selecting the indices for each operation in an arbitrary order lead to the same result. An anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase using all the original letters exactly once. For example, the ACB is an anagram of ABCD, ABDC. Okay, so we check this one. It's an anagram here, it's an anagram here, it's an anagram here, anagram, and an anagram. Doesn't say we have to do it in place, so we need to just return a vector of strings. So really what I'm thinking here is how can we check if it's an anagram? Well, trying to think what the best way to do this is. Maybe we could use some sort of hash map or something. Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head. How can I catch an anagram? So 3. Trying to think about this. How could I catch an anagram? Trying to think about this. Well, what is an anagram, right? An anagram, ABBA. Actually, let's take this. Right? An anagram here is the same word spelled forwards and backwards, right? So if we sort this, right, we have A, B, B, right? That's also this one, right? That's also this one here, right? We have CD, which is just CD, right? This one and this one, right? And then that's how we return ABBA, CD, right? Trying to think here. What's the best way we can do this? Maybe we can sort over the words, right? So each word is sorted. So we have an iteration here. We sort this word, right? We sort this word, and we keep checking if the sorted word is inside of our current array, right? Then we can just add it, right? And keep moving. That's what I'm thinking here. So we're gonna have a string. I don't know. What's the best way to do this? Let's create a private section here. All right, let's create our return type here, which would be a vector of strings. We can call it res. Right. We can go, okay, well, for auto W in words, right? We don't really need access to the index. We just want to check, okay, well, string s is equal to sorted. We can pass in an iterator from w.begin, right? w.end. If If S does not equal... Yeah, let's take a vector of strings. Sorry, vector CPP documentation. C.end, size, reserve, insert, push back. Place at the end, adds a range of elements, removes the last element. Trying to think here, maybe we can have a prev here. String prev is equal to this, right? We can use the previous here for auto W in words. String S is this. If S does not equal previous, right? If S does not equal previous, we then can res.pushback W. Yeah, that looks good. String prev, we sort it. If S does not equal previous, we res up pushback W. Trying to think if there's anything else here. We want to set our previous word, right? So previous is equal to S. Yeah, that looks good. I believe we just return S, right? This seems right? So we have our previous word here. We loop through every word, right? We sort the word, right? Sort. We then check if S is not equal previous. Res.pushback W. We push back the original word, right? If it is. Otherwise, we set our previous to be S. We just return res. Let's see what that gives us. I think that should work. Okay, compiler string previous. Unknown type name string. Still need a capital S. Cloud identifier is sorted. Maybe it's sort. std sort C++. Template class, random iterator, sort, random it, void, void, void. It's a void return type. Let's do. So string S is equal to W. Then sort S dot begin. Stop begin S dot end. Oh, syntax error there. Okay. Let's see if this submits. I think it should. Nice. Cool. Wasn't too bad of a problem. Let's see what other ways people did it. This guy goes by character, creates an unordered map of chars. This is the key. Integers for I is this, for char ch and words I. We add this. Okay, so it looks like here we go. I is less than words size I plus plus. For char ch in words I. frequency I, CH plus plus. And let's push back words. Doing shorting. This is the way I did it. Okay. Yeah, that's another good way to do it too. Input this as dude, only one of them. We loop through the word here, which are CH and words I, frequency I, CH plus plus. I wish like he made it a little bit more readable, but it's whatever. Anyway, we got the solution. Just curious about this approach here. Vector string ends up pushback words I, word 0. For I is equal to 0, I is less than words outside, I plus plus. If frequency I does not equal frequency I minus 1. Ends up pushback words I. Interesting. Alright, that's cool. Cool. Let's take a look at one more question. I feel like that was a pretty quick question. Let's take a look at what we missed over the weekend. The daily problems. Find some array magical sequences. Oh, shit. Yeah, it looks like let's look for a better problem to liked. Coin change, word break, Pascal's triangle. Sliding window maximum. What should we do here? I don't know, dude. Never know which one to pick, man. So many to choose from. I don't know, maybe take a look at this one. That's for each word. Okay, this is a little bit easy readable. We'll try CH and words out. You can see I, CH plus plus. For example, words out. We're counting the charts here, now we're comparing each word. Compare each word's frequency in that with the previous one and frequency I. Alright, let's take a look at this one. So, given a string S and a dictionary of strings, well, dictionary return true if S can be segmented into a space-separated sequence of one or more dictionary words. Note that the same word in the dictionary may be reused multiple times in the segmentation. True because Leetcode can be segmented as Leetcode. So S in the word dictionary is Leet and code. This is instantly making me think of a tree or try. Maybe we can solve this as a try, but I don't know if this will pass. Maybe it will. Obviously makes me think of dynamic programming too. We have solved it before many times. Looks like we solved it recently too. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and solve this with a try. I'm going to try and solve this a different way. Let's move this private section over here. Yeah, let's try and solve this with a try. So here, let's create like a struct node, right? What do we want? Like a bool is word. We want a trying to think here. We want a unordered map, right? Unordered map of we want to go. What is it? Char. I think char to node pointer type, right? What do you want to call this? Like children or something? We want some sort of constructor here. So public. I can't remember how to do this. I can't remember the syntax. I think it's like his word is false. Right, we then want a private, no, we want a node pointer root. So we need a boolean as well. We need a map of children, right? Char, and then holds a pointer to the next node. A public node here. I believe that's correct for a try. Let me make sure. What is the constructor syntax? Node. Oh shit, not public. Node. Is word false. Okay. Cool. We're missing a colon here. We're also missing something else. Oh shit, we need this here. Whoops. That's what we need. Okay, good. Then we have a node pointer for our root here. We then need a constructor for this here. So let's do solution. I think it's root is a root solution. Root is equal to new node, right? Let's do that. So we create a new node here for the root. We've got root here, struct node. We have the word break function here. What do we want to do here? Well, we probably want to insert the whole word in, right? Turn true because Leetcode can be segmented as Leetcode. We're gonna solve this both ways. I'm gonna solve this try way, and then I'm gonna solve this the backtracking way. Okay, so let's think about this, right? Let's put word inside, right? So we can go for auto w in word. I don't think we're gonna need the in s here. We can okay, so for auto, what do we want to return here? We want to return a boolean variable. Maybe no. For auto w in s, we want to what do we want to do? Well, what are W and S? We're looking at chars here, right? So let's make this a little bit more explicit. For char C in S, right? We want to we have our root node here. That's a new node, right? So then turn false for now. So for char in S, what do we then want to do? We then want to move, create a little node here, right? So children, it would be node children C is equal to new node then we want node it's root, not node. Root children C. Then we want root is equal to root children C. If this is the last element, then we set root is word is equal to true. Let's abstract this into its own function. Let's like insert word, right? Let's call void insert word. Now I think about it, we probably need to pass in vector. We probably don't need the dictionary yet, right? We can just pass in string s here. For char C and S. Create a new node in children C. What's the best way? I think we're missing something inside this. Oh shit, that's probably a better way to do it. Node pointer cur is equal to root. Right, we then want to move this root to be cur. Right, and then cur is equal to cur children. We then have our root here. Cur is word. We want to first check if it exists. But I guess in this case here, we only always putting in one word, but I mean, it's whatever, like, cur, if cur, children dot find C does not equal cur children dot end, then we open it up, add all this in here. Otherwise, we just move to the next node, right? Move to next node, right? And we get rid of this one here. Oh, no, we want that. We get rid of this. So that here should be our insert function. Co-word is equal to true, the last element, and we set it here, right? Okay. So we did that. We got the insert word. We've inserted the word, right? So now really what we need to do is we need to loop over our word dictionary. Maybe I'm going to have to add some memoization here, but I'm not really too sure. Trying to think out the fastest way we can do this. So we have the word dictionary here. We want to loop over leet. Leet. So really we can just have Leetcode and it works, but what if we have Apple Pen Apple? What's the best way we can check this? Well, we could have cats and dog. Cats. Or we could have cats and dog. Trying to think here, how can we insert it like this? We've got the try built. Using DFS. Okay, so if we were to use DFS plus Mimo, DFS, void DFS, let's pass in string s, let's pass in a vector, string is a reference, word dictionary, let's pass an int I, which is probably what we're gonna need. Trying to figure out try to think here. Trying to think how we want to solve this, right? So if we were to try to figure out how we would apply DFS memoization of this. S. What do we want? Word dictionary. We want our I to be 0. Probably want some like we need to allocate some memo here. Allocate like a map or a vector or something. Pass that in here. But I don't know how we want to do this, right? We can pass in an I, whatever word we're working with, right? I'm trying to think here. What's the best way to do this? Dynamic programming. What's the point of using a try then? With like overkilling this problem like a motherfucker. I have a pen, I have pineapple, and a pen, pineapple, apple, pen. So really we want a DFS here. We want to trying to think about this. I'm not really that good with DP pros, to be completely honest. I'm pretty garbo, not gonna lie. Let's see here. I'm honestly not sure how to do it off the top of my head, so maybe we probably gotta research a little bit. Maybe like a... Okay, unordered map of integers, boolean, memo. Pass it in here, memo. I guess this is technically const, but unordered map int boolean no way, currently doing Leetcode too, lol. Yeah, I just do it for fun, bro. Honestly, I do like a little bit a day. But yeah, just want to get better, I guess. But it's tough, bro. You been grinding, Sergi, bro? You been grinding type shit, bro? Trying to think here. So what are we gonna need here, right? We're gonna need some sort of base case here, right? Right? Yeah, I got an interview this week. Nice, bro. Nice, bro. That's cool, man. Hope you do well, bro. Sergi, dude. Keep grinding, bro. If the you've probably solved this problem then, Sergi, bro. I'm probably overkilling this problem. I'm using a try to solve this with, I guess, DFS and dynamic programming, but probably a little bit overkill, but you know, trying to get better at it though. Yeah, dude, it's a process, bro. It's a process. It's tough. If the index is equal, the index is... how long have you been coding? I don't know. I would probably say like really trying to get better. Like working on my projects and everything. Probably like, I don't know. Probably say a year and a half maybe. I did a CS degree. I've been coding about 4 years in total. But like, I don't really consider that actually programming. Like, I wasn't really doing like projects and stuff like that. I was just doing like the, university assignments or whatever. But like actually working on personal projects and really trying to like get better. Probably about a year and a half, I'd say. Something like that. If index is equal to s.size, let's just return true, right? We at the end, so we know it's true, right? Oh shit. Let's think about this, right? Let's create our node pointer cur is equal to root, right? We then loop for int I is equal to index, I is less than what do we want to loop over? S.size, right? I++, right? That's great, man. Keep it up. Been at it for 3 years now. Yeah, bro. Cheers, man. It's definitely been a grind. I've been doing Leetcode problems for about a year now. Like consistently, like every day, pretty much. It's been a grind, bro. I've solved maybe 515 problems or something, but I just try and solve like one a day now, just to keep at it, bro. I don't know, as much as I feel like it is like kind of garbage, it's not really like worth doing any of it. Like it's kind of I don't know, I think it's fun, to be honest. Okay, so we want to loop through, right? We start off at index 0, right? We loop through the size of our string here, right? Let's do greater than or equal to. We're just gonna need the MIMO base case, right? We set cur to be root, right? We then want to check, okay, well, if cur children dot find word I does not equal cur children dot end, then we can do this. I'll find word I does not equal cur children dot end. Okay, so if we don't find it, what do we want to do here? This is if we don't find it. We probably want. Oh, it does not equal children dot end. So this is if we do find it, right? So. So if we do find it, we want to move our pointer, right? So cur is equal to, so like we found something, right? We would then go cur is equal to cur children C my fucking tooth is kind of hurting right now, dude. Find iterator here. Equivalent key, find some element with a key that compares equivalent to X. What would be? Let's grab this. What's the opposite of this? Yeah, it says, what are you on? I don't really know what that question means, bro. Right, let's do, if it's equal to this, let's break, right? So this is if, like if we don't, oh, sorry, let's put a comment here. If we don't find it, right? What are you working on? Oh, what are you working on? I'm just doing a LeetCode problem right now. I'm gonna be working a little bit on my project here for a little bit in a second. But I'm solving this LeetCode problem really quick. But yeah, I'm surprised this came up on my feed, and I'm glad. Let's go, Pip. Let's go. Type shit, bro. Thanks for joining, dude. Well, yeah, I don't know. I did a programming every day series until I got a job. So I just like live stream for fun now, I guess. Just like working on stuff. I plan on doing like a 3D series sort of thing. I'm interested in 3D game development in C++. I've never done it before. So right now I'm currently researching how to do 3D stuff. I'm going to be showing that on the streams too. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Yeah, just finished up a 2D game last week. One of my personal projects. It was like a balloon shooter clone. But yeah, just grinding, bro. Grinding and having fun. Okay, so if we do find it here, then we want to move, right? We know this is valid, so let's move here, right? So children C. Let's do cur is equal to grows equal to children C. Ow. Children C, I believe this would be, what is it, word? It's string S, so SI. Let's do SI. Yep, so we then move our pointer, right? Ever heard of the annual GMTK Game Jam? Not really, dude. No. I've only just recently got into C++, bro, so I'm not familiar with all these game jams, so no. I've never done a game jam, but I definitely want to do it. Ran for July 30th, 12 p.m. to August 3rd, 2025, 1 p.m. I've heard of a few of the game jams and stuff, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing a game jam with my buddy, dude. The language looks like a mix of C++ and Java. Yeah, I'm doing C++ right now. So yeah. Trying to think here. I believe it'll be a great opportunity for those who are learning to make games. Yeah, I'm just interested in it right now. It's something that I'm like super interested in. We're not even passing anything in here. String S, right? Go for auto reference W in word dictionary. Let's call W here. Let's get rid of this. So we insert each word in here. Set the root to cur. Right. We then loop through. So we insert the word, right? Then we call out one ordered map and we go through string S. We probably don't even need our word dictionary low key. We can get rid of that. Anyway, for int I. Okay, if it's not here, we break. We move the pointer. We then need to check. Okay, well, if cur is word and can we quickly agree Java syntax hurts eyes? Yeah, bro. Low key, dude. C++, dude. Is the GOAT, dude. Way to go. Probably want to call our DFS function 2 here, right? So we pass in our S here. We pass in I plus 1, right? We pass in our Mimo. Now on with the map here. We need the Mimo base case, right? So if Mimo I, so if Mimo I is return Mimo I, what would be our base case here? If Mimo I, so I guess if it's true, if it exists, right? What's up, bro? Do you drink Monster Ultra Energy? What's up, Rust? Do I drink Monster? Not really. I don't really like energy drinks, to be honest. I drink Celsius every now and then. When I go to the gym, but that's really about it. Let's do, okay, if we have our onward map here. Mimo.find. Let's do a balance key. Memo.count. Times the number of elements. Memo.count I. So if it's true, we then return the Boolean variable stored inside this map. This needs to be set to index though, because we have index here, so this needs to be index. Right, then we need our index here. Check index everywhere. Int I. We loop here, we have I here, I plus 1. We have our memo here. We then set memo I is equal to true. I just happened to come across this stream. Hello, I see you're using Mint. Which one is good in between Mint and Fedora? Dude, honestly, I don't know. I'm not really a Linux bro. I dual boot Linux and Windows for fun. I've had it on here for a couple months, few months probably. I'm not a Linux bro at all. I'm probably a Linux noob, to be completely honest. I know the terminal a little bit. That's really all I can say, but I don't really know, dude. I don't really know what's better. I'm just gonna say Linux Mint. I don't know. Fedora is a bleeding edge distro and Mint is a stable distro. Yeah, Mint is a pretty stable distro. I've not had any issues with it really, but it's been good. But yeah, so turn memo I. But yeah, it's been good, so yeah, can't complain. Memo I is equal to false. Return. This would have to be index. We don't have access to I here. Return memo index. So Mint would be preferable to have Mint issues. Yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, so I think this is good. Let's kind of go over it a little bit, right? We have our base case here. If index is greater than or equal to s.size. Well, what a coincidence. I just started learning OpenGL today. I see your browser tab as the same as mine. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on doing some 3D development. I've never done it before. So I'm probably going to go through Chono's OpenGL series. I learned C++ through him. So I watched his C++ series. It was good. So I want to learn a little bit of OpenGL. So I've done a 2D game. I just finished a 2D game last week. So, you know, that's what I plan to go to and then have a look at the learnopengl.com. But yeah, I just have an interest in C++ 3D development, so that's kind of what got me into C++. So, yeah. So, yeah. Let's return. What do we have here for void? We need a bool. Return bool. Return. Oh. Let's return DFS here. I'm definitely gonna have some sort of issue in here, dude. There's no way. Return false. Where the hell did this come from? I'm using Microsoft Visual Studio because I found the dev environment a little trickier on Linux for OpenGL. I do my shit, dude. Sorry, I do my C++ dev work on Windows too, bro. I use Visual Studio as well. I like the debugger, so don't worry, bro. I don't do that shit in like Vim or something or whatever, dude. Again, I'm not a Linux Chad, dude. I'm a Linux noob. This needs to be index here. Bro, what an overkill for this, bro. What for this meeting problem, dude? Memo index.count index map type aka bool is not a structure or a union. Dot count index return memo dot index. Why does this not like this, bro? Memo. Remember, if code works the first try, it isn't. Haha, correct. Yeah, dude. I don't know what I'm doing here. I believe memo index. That makes sense. Dot count in parentheses. Oh shit, yeah, it's not. We don't want to index it, right? We just need a memo dot count the index, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting another error here. Remember, access within pointer type node. Within null pointer of type node. If codechildren.find si is equal to codechildren.end, we break. We then move our pointer, right? Code is equal to codechildren si. We then check if it is a word, and that. Let's think about this, right? There's a lot to digest here. Am I really doing this properly? I don't know. So we have our code pointer here. We loop through each index, right? We go through the indexes. We check if the current chart that we're looking at, if it's valid, right? The current chart that we're looking at, if it's inside of our try map, right? If it isn't, we break out of this loop and we just return false, right? Oh shit, this is where I'm failing here. Codechildren.find c does not equal codechildren.end. Is this incorrect here? This, I don't know what I'm, that sounds correct to me. Codechildren.find c, char c does not equal. So this is if we find something, we then set codechildren c is equal to new node, and then we move, right? What is wrong here? I don't know. I don't know if this is the correct check. Is this the correct check? I've got the condition backwards. What is this? If I already found this character in the map, then create a new node. Oh, whoops. Oh shit, this needs to be double equals. Whoops. Oh, right. There we go, dude. Type shit, dude. See if it submits. Probably not gonna submit though. Oh no. I'm failing on some bullshit case, dude. What is, bro? What is this, bro? Oh my god. What am I failing on here, dude? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm... I don't know. I don't know how to speed this up. Let's try and do like little optimizations or something. Maybe dot count is faster. Dot count faster than dot find. I don't think any of this really matters. Maybe I just didn't do this properly. It's much faster to use count. Map. Equal performance. Generally have the same average time complexity. Yeah, okay, alright. Bro, I don't know how to speed this up. I guess this is where I have to ask Claude, dude. I don't know. How can I speed this up? What's up? What am I getting here? A 35 TLE. TLE, bro. Help me, Claude, bro. You're passing Mimo by value, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. No way, bro. Reference, baby. Plus string S by reference. Int index is 0. There we go. Okay. Wow, bro. What an overkill for this problem, bro. This is insane, bro. Look at this. Look at this code for a medium level problem, dude. Like, let's take a look at what we did a few weeks ago. It's like we just backtracked, really. Unordered set hash word. Unordered set string hash word dict dot begin word dict dot end. Okay. Backtrack in start string s. So if start is equal to s dot start, return true. If dp dot count start, return dp. For int end is equal to start plus 1, end is less than plus plus, generate substring. Yeah, bro, this stuff is hard to come up with on top of your head, but okay, that's fine. I mean, we did our problem for the day. It was a good job. It's a little bit overkill, but that's okay. Let's take a look at our project here. Git pull origin main. Let's pull the changes here. That's npm run dev. Run dev. Let's pull this open over here. Got a little bit of time for some project work. So yesterday I worked on the login feature. We got a nice little gradient here. Oh, chef here, host, manager, owner, waiter. I'm trying to think what the best way to go about this is. By the way, just for context, this is a school assignment that I'm doing in a group. Oh, what did I just do? Let's get rid of this. So we have the admin dashboard here. I think the manager pretty much has to be the exact same thing as the admin. I'm not gonna lie. Or the owner, sorry. My buddy on my team's working on this. I want to leave this for him, but I also added the authentication for each page. So now the role specific can only access each page. I'm just the admin role, so I can access any. We can upgrade someone to a manager. Let me log into my Canvas login. Let me log into my school account. I need to make sure to see what an admin can do. What an owner can do. Is I'm gonna work on this page, I guess. I mean, gotta wait for my teammate to work on that. So let's see here. Take a look at the modules here. Project status report. Where's our group project, bro? Here it is, dude. Okay. So it looks like here that a owner can do everything a manager can. A owner can do everything a manager does. It can add and remove managers. It has access to reports. Reports show how much each menu item was ordered during a period of time. Shows the amount of money earned from payments. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at our database here. Let's see here. Okay, so this is our database here that I'm looking at. Dude, I don't know why my chest hurts so bad, dude. Oh my god. Jeez. So how much of each item was ordered? Order items. I didn't make this database, by the way, so I'm trying to see if this is actually possible to do. Show how much of each menu item was ordered during a period of time. How much each menu item was ordered in a period of time. I'm trying to think how we can go about doing that here in the database. I know how we can show the amount of money earned from payments, right? We can do the payments here. Probably need to input something in the database too. But I'm gonna have to wait for the waiter page to be done here. So, showing the amount of money earned from payments. Okay. So really, if we have the order ID, we can, these are the menu items here, we can order ID, we can list the items here, right? Order status, waiter ID, table ID, created at, total amount. So I think we can pull this information, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research. Exactly how I want to do this. Maybe that's the last thing I can do, but let's let's create this owner page here. Let's do some work on it. So my partner was meant to do this, but I don't think this is gonna get done, so might as well do it myself. This is our owner page here. We want to copy from our menu page, right? So what do we got here? Looks like here really what we need here is, let's grab some of this stuff over here. So let's import use state, right? Use effect. Oh. Yeah, fine. Let's just use these. Let's import use auth. The loading page and the arrow page. Let's do that. Let's get rid of that. Let's think about this, right? So what do we want to put here? Well, we probably want a use state here, right? So let's yeah, let's grab that. That looks good. I don't think we're gonna need any of this stuff here. Dude, my chest hurts so bad. I don't know what is wrong with me right now. let's return what we got on our manager page, right? So let's grab this code here. Grab this part here. We close that. Close this div here. I think in C++, dude. Whoops. This is the owner dashboard, right? Welcome to host name. Let's grab do a use effect here. We can probably just copy that from over here. Actually, I wrote this the other day. We have use effect here, grabs this, check access, we pull from our users API. Hang on 1 second. Let's grab this code. Sorry, I'm texting my roommate, dude. Let's grab this code here and put this over here. We don't need to set the workers data. Current user workers data.find. If current user role ID is 5, I don't know what owner is. I think I have to double check. What owner is in DB. Oh, bro. Man, tables.data. Set the tables. Should be good here. Why is this not working? Host name is not defined. Whoops, const. Host name, set host name. Workers is not defined. Oh, we might need workers here. Const workers. Set workers data. That should fix it. No, we need roles is not defined. Const roles, set roles. Do we pull the roles data? No. Why do we need roles? Oh, we need roles for here. Let's just do like a use effect and grab the roles. Use effect. Const fetch roles. Yep. Looks good. Thank you. Let's do it on the thingo. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Cool. Let's see if this works now. Remove worker is not defined. Jeez, do we need to define remove worker? Let's grab it, remove worker. Let's grab this. See what I get here. Remove worker is not defined. I fucking defined it. Const remove worker. Async user ID. Dude, I literally defined it. What are you talking about? Did I not save it? Update worker role is not defined. You grab update worker role too. Update worker role. Let's grab this function too. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, nice. Now we got this part here. We probably want like a let's do like a H1 here. H1. Yeah, that looks good. That looks fine. We'll do. What does this want to be? Like the report section. I'm gonna leave it here because I got to. Let's make it like the same size. Is it the same size? No, it's not. No, 3XL. It's 3XL. Reports. Okay. I'm gonna leave it here, guys, because I gotta clean my apartment. My roommate wants to go to sleep, so that's something I'm gonna quickly do. But I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna continue working on this tonight, but appreciate.